I am actually here for a mastermind, which I decided last minute to come to as well. Maybe this wasn't worth the time or money just to fly here. I'm also the youngest person at this mastermind. Crazy thing, I'm speaking and I have zero idea what I'm talking about. Bro, I am kind of living my dream life. I do get like a bit of anxiety like filming in public. And something crazy happened. Here I am in Detroit and I was so close not to being here at all. But something really, really important to me recently is actually kind of living my life and not falling into the same habits of not traveling, just staying in my room all the time, just working all the time. And so I thought it'd be really, really cool to come here to Detroit where my friend Mike Kim, he's hosting his mastermind, and a lot of other mastermind people I've met online are here too. So that should be really fun. In addition, one of my friends from pharmacy school is actually here too. So if I can get her on camera, that'd be really, really cool just to chop it up again. I literally haven't seen her since her wedding from like 10 years ago. I don't even know if I even have photos of that anymore, which is freaking crazy. But time just flies, and something kind of really hit me while I was in Las Vegas. This is like Detroit. It's so like rainy outside. Look at this. It was kind of cool, but something that kind of hit me today was just like, bro, I am kind of living my dream life, certain aspects of my dream life right now. I always wanted to, today is a random, I'll even show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but today is Wednesday, 17th. So I always wanted to just take a random flight during the midday and just go to these events, these business masterminds and stuff. And it just really strikes me how far I've kind of come since the pharmacy days where, you know, I was trapped in a pharmacy for like 24/7 and just miserable in my life. But now, like at 36, just almost 10 years later, I'm in a totally new environment. I make videos and talk to people for a living, and that's how I make my money. I organize events and stuff. And so it's a real big milestone for me just to be able to come here and just be able to speak about things like YouTube and all that with fellow business people and creators, because I really do think it's like one of the biggest opportunities right now too. It's so crazy since back in the day, in the college days, we didn't have cool opportunities like YouTube as a career, but now we can start whole entire businesses, and this is a real business model, which is blows my mind. Yeah, and there's a part of like my 18-year-old self that is like so happy because I'm kind of on this journey just talking about YouTube and stuff. Man, I'm just hoping to meet a lot of like cool people, maybe get some potential clients or partnerships or something like that. Should be really, really fun. And I'm not sure what to expect because I'm also the youngest person at this mastermind, which is definitely different. Usually like, it's been a while since I've been just the youngest in the room. Even my own mastermind, I'm like the oldest, I'm like 36. Everybody's like in their 20s. So it's like really, really cool to have the roles like reversed, me being like almost like not a kid, but like kind of that situation again, you know? As far as what I'm gonna talk about on my talk, I have no idea. I tend to just like winging it, but I don't know. I do have slides like put together, but I don't know how formal it is. So luckily I'm going last on the last day. So yeah, it should be pretty cool. I don't know. I think the thing is that I'm really excited to share what I know about YouTube because it's not your typical stuff that people talk about. And I've been actually working on this slide deck since like last week, and I'm going to present it to this channel too, so that you guys can see the inner scoop and stuff like that too. And just start your own personal brand because honestly, it's such a power move these days. Everyone these days wants a personal brand, and that's why we're seeing so many celebrities start their own YouTube channel and stuff like that too. Look at this fountain over here. Crazy. And they even got like a piano person over here. Can't really zoom in, but yeah, it's kind of cool. This is like one of the biggest airports I've ever been to. I think I've been here a long time ago when I was like traveling to Hong Kong and stuff, but they even like got a tram up here. You can see. I wish there was an easier way to zoom in with this camera, but it goes all the way down. It takes forever to just walk up and down this tram, but it is really, really kind of cool. Can I just get a cold brew, please?
12 or 16.
I'll do 12.
Anything else for you?
That's all. Thank you. So crazy thing happened. There was a huge storm, as you kind of saw, but apparently it delayed all the flights in this area. So my friend Eugene, he's not getting here until 9, and the homie drove me to the most Asian place where we have this K-pop place here in California and Vegas too. So thank you. Dude, we haven't seen each other for like, what?
About 13 years?
Pharmacy school buddies. Holy fuck. Crazy. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's so nice seeing you. I haven't seen you forever. So before that waitress actually cut us off, basically what I was saying was like, man, it's so crazy that we've been friends for such a long time. And something I really appreciate are all the relationships that I built. I had different arcs, right? I had my clubbing arc right back in my early 20s. Then I had my pharmacy arc. Those were probably going at the same time. Then I have my YouTube and business arc right now. But the crazy part is like, I still have friends from every single different era in time. And something I just realized is like, if you set really good, strong foundations, you can just pick up. You don't really need to talk on the regular. I mean, I probably only talk to Alyssa maybe like every 2 or 3 years. It's been really random, but it's kind of crazy. And so it's like, who knew all those times where, you know, she cooked me like Viet dishes, and then I would go over to her dorm because she was just literally downstairs and just chop it up and stuff. Who knew that that was the foundation to have like lifelong relationships? So it blows my mind, dude. Crazy. Alyssa, give me the tour. What's popping down here in Michigan?
Popping on a Wednesday night.
Yep. This is like the only Asian girl in town too. Right?
Only one in Nova, Michigan in here.
Crazy.
Where are we going?
So, Boba and Backshot? No, just kidding. I was just telling Alyssa about that.
I got an idea. Boba and backshots?
What's a back shot? Wait, let's do it.
What? You said let's do it? Said,
Yeah,
okay.
let's do it.
Okay, but let's
Wait,
do
I'm
it.
so down. Let's do back shots.
Let's go, Boba and backshots. You see how yeah, Boba and backshots.
Or matcha missionary or mochi missionary. Oh.
Oh, I have a booty call.
Uh-oh, literally.
Shit.
So not gonna lie, I actually forgot to vlog for the rest of the night. Basically what happened was my boy Eugene, he picked me up, got him some food, and we went back to a hotel. The hotel was kind of run down, by the way. There was like, we had a handicap bathroom. I didn't shoot it and all that, but it's like really run down and all that. Not the best stay, but hell, it was freaking free thanks to my Marriott points. Oh man. So last night we got back quite late. I was out with my friend Alyssa and just like catching up over all these years, and it's really nice. You know how I haven't seen her in over like 12 years, maybe 13 years, which is really crazy. But we're just catching up on old times and stuff like that. So one of the things from last night, I'm dying of thirst right now. I just need water. I'm trying to hydrate the out. One good thing about these Marriott sometimes is that they have free breakfast, which is kind of cool. I've been to some Marriotts where like the breakfast is pretty lit. Let's see what we're working with today. Probably I'm just gonna steal these bananas for later, since I am on kind of like an animal-based diet these days. And going back to my room, stealing a bunch of water, some coffees, and also I am going to take some forks and knives for the meals that I have. And believe it or not, I actually packed some sirloin with some chimichurri and beef heart and some liver and stuff. So
Yeah, I typically when I travel, I usually don't pack all this stuff, but this time I was just like, you know what, I really want to stick to my diet as much as possible. And yesterday when we did Korean barbecue, that was perfect. You know, it was pretty sick. So yeah, but gonna go back in the room. Eugene, my buddy, is like sleeping right now, so just gonna enjoy, cut up some avocados and enjoy my breakfast a bit. Before I go out, I'm actually doing my gratitude journal, something I've been neglecting. It looks like the last time I did an entry was like 4/9 and today's 4/18, so crazy gap. But you know, some of the things I was just reflecting on was like what I'm kind of grateful for. And one of the cool things was like, yeah, yesterday I met up Alyssa after like 12, 13 years. It's kind of crazy thinking about that we're still friends all after all these years, and I have a lot of good friends like that. The other thing too is like this mastermind. It's something I wanted to go to since like 2019, before COVID and all that. I always wanted to join this mastermind, and here I am 4 months later, just like here. And then, of course, I gotta be grateful about the free nights in this Marriott hotel. It's kind of dated, but you know, to know that I have like unlimited points. Well, not unlimited, but I have like over 1 million points in the Marriott. Bro, that's something I'm so grateful for. I didn't have to pay anything for here. One of the things about like making today great is like I'm gonna not stress about doing any sort of work while I'm here. And the other thing I wrote down was preparing a meat platter. So this is what I did this morning. So before I left for Vegas, something that I did was prep some eggs down here. So there's some eggs. This was from breakfast this morning. I have this fruit and meat bowl. So we got some bananas. Oh shit, they're falling out. Some oxtail, some heart, some sirloin, right all over here. We got some avocado with some hot honey and salt. We got some cheese. And, oh yeah, I made some chimichurri last night, which spilled all over the plane, which sucked. I got 2 pieces of cheese, and I got an avocado for tomorrow. So I'm really loving, especially this like avocado with this Malden sea salt. I brought a bunch. I think I have some here. But it's like this really flaky salt. It's very coarse. It has this like certain texture, and the one I got is actually smoked flavor, so it adds another layer. And then adding hot honey on top of it, just a little bit, is like crazy. So yeah, but that is pretty much the thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to see if I can meet any cool people and just vlog as much as I can at the mastermind. I'm not gonna lie, like I do get like a bit of anxiety like filming in public places with people around, ironically, because it's crazy because I've been doing this for many years. The feeling of vlogging in public doesn't go away, right? So it's kind of crazy. But I got my bag planned out. Probably gonna do a bit of reading. I got like about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna read my book Storyworthy, one of my favorite books on stories. I finished the 2-hour cocktail party. I bought this other book on masculinity and stuff. So just try and be the top G dog. But yeah, so I have my bag here, have everything planned out, and yeah, I'm just like ready to go. Kind of excited, kind of nervous. Oh shit. Good morning.
You made it. Hey Kevin, how are you?
How are you?
Good to see you in
Nice
real
seeing
life.
you. IRL.
Yes.
What's up? How are you?
Oh, to see you in person.
I know. Sure, there's educational content, but my favorite content is probably Jersey Shore right now. Longest.
The old school, it's still going?
It's still going. It's like one of the longest like trash TV. So the reason why I love it is just because like they make the most mundane things so interesting. The curiosity loops, the storytelling and stuff, and it inspires me to do YouTube. So as I'm rewatching this footage, it's kind of crazy how I've gotten to know these people over the last like year, just online and stuff. And it's pretty crazy. At first, when I joined the mastermind, I was like, man, like, dude, everybody's older than me. I don't think they're really going to relate to me. But then I realized, like, it doesn't matter what your age is. Like, a lot of people, like, go through the same problems. And a lot of problems aren't really knowledge anymore. It's a lot of the mindset stuff, the woo-woo, deeper inner work stuff that we don't talk about. What has really been pivotal for me is just the relationship I've been building. And I think something I appreciate about like this mastermind is like they're all in different fields. Like I've met a lot of different doctors, physicians, lawyers, accountants, CFOs, all that sort of stuff. And that's something that you don't really get from a younger mastermind. You don't get all these like professionals and stuff like that. And that's something I've grown to appreciate. And bro, like half these people, like literally they make dick jokes too and stuff. It's pretty funny. Okay, back to the vlog. What is up? I am in the lobby this morning writing my talk. As just like my pharmacy days, I am last minuting my talk. I've been thinking about it for the last few days and just like thinking about like why I came here. And by the way, I realize I'm such a bad vlogger. I haven't been talking or narrating like my experience here at all. And so since I have a bit of time like before we leave the hotel, I just think I'll just share some of those thoughts. And also yesterday, what we ended up doing was just going axe throwing and chopping it up. I mean, we were like literally sitting in this like lobby over here, just chopping up for the rest of the night. So super, super chill and all that. But I've been just meeting a lot of great people on this trip, and it's really, really refreshing knowing that there's people who are older than me, who are doing bigger numbers than me and all that. And I'm just on the right path. I'm doing all the both like inner work and like external work of like customer journey, having the right offers and building all that up. And I realized that I have so many skill sets thanks to something like YouTube. I was explaining to someone yesterday, someone was asking me like, hey, how do you know so much about these random things like building things in Go High Level, YouTube, production and all that. I think that's the beauty about YouTube sometimes. It's like with YouTube, you're just forced to learn so many different things. Like for example, when I first like learned how to shoot back at the YouTube house back in the day, no one taught me, like I didn't really know what things like aperture, ISO, all these different things, composition of video, like I didn't know it. I'm not like a super great filmmaker or anything like that. I'm still learning, but that was the first thing. And then I was like, hey, I want to send emails out to people. So you learn email marketing. And then the second thing is like, once you figure out email marketing, then you might have customers and learn how to sell like high ticket. And you're just like, probably a better way than just keeping all my like customer information in like an untitled Word document. Like that's probably one of the worst ways to do it. Yeah, you just figure out these things one thing at a time, and it's been really crazy. And that was a major decision for me to like really come here because, you know, one, I really respect like my friend Mike, who is so great at hosting events, bringing great people together in his community who are a lot older. And then I think about like my own tribe. How many people do I know that I want to bring together in one room and stuff? In my journey where I'm at right now, I need to learn how to host my own in real life masterminds and community events, and just been really inspired by kind of like the 2-hour cocktail party thing too, and all that. So it's been really cool so far. I'll probably share, like, I'm going to speak later. In terms of speaking, I don't know, I'm feeling like whatever about it. It's just like, it almost feels like a YouTube video. And again, it's another tangential skill I've kind of learned how to speak on the fly and all that too. So it's been really, really cool. To probably get going, maybe I'll like interview some of the mastermind people at the venue. We're at a film studio, which is pretty cool and all that. But yeah, that is pretty much my thoughts, my feelings and all that. I think my talk, like I have some really, really great stories that I've kind of sourced and thought about. So yeah, looking really, really excited.
I want to talk about the 3 reasons to do YouTube if you're not on YouTube quite yet, and 3 actionable YouTube things that you can do fastest to get started. I remember buying a Canon T5i, and I remember setting it up in my car, and something crazy happened. I started talking about things like pharmacy. I started posting videos about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you guys don't know, I love grappling and stuff, martial arts. One of my most viral videos was me challenging a black belt and getting my kicked for like 10 minutes. This is the big realization I learned about this, is that You can create relationships at scale while you're sleeping on the toilet, just like passive income. It's like the compound interest graph, and I'm like, this is with relationships. One video can just change the trajectory of your life. And it's happened so many times in like my mastermind, watching people just have that takeoff video and how it changes their career. And so something I realized for my viral videos and my dud videos, it takes the same amount of resources to do a crappy video versus a viral video. I pay the editor the same. I pay my thumbnail strategist the same. So one of the things in my mind is like, how can we shift the odds in our favor? Like if we're gonna put the same amount of effort, how do we get our best bang for our buck? And I'll tell you the first two hires that are most important is actually a thumbnail designer and thumbnail strategist. My final question for all y'all, what stories do you want to share that could change lives and support people in your community? That's it. Thank you.
One of the things that you may want to put together in as a lead magnet is just these examples of these double storylines and expand on this, because just like Nikki, I'm like, it's like, okay, I kind of get the idea, but I'm still stumped what this did. And obviously you did a great job with Costco, and this is what you could be doing. But
I don't have a
question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
First off, awesome. So I feel like
Thank you.
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
no, you're fine. So I've been kicking around this YouTube idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a big special effects guy. Like one of the things I do to like keep the skill sharp is actually I'll film my kids. Like I
Oh.
green screen and put them into like a trailer.
Yeah.
So my idea is to like shoot that content, but then do a breakdown of like how I got, like show the actual steps in like After Effects and like all this stuff. The one question I have is like, it's like my kids, right? So I've seen some kind of like controversy. Is that something I should like?
With the kids, it's always like kind of,
I know, it's kind of like, that's what so like the other part of it too is like, I was like, all right, what's another storyline I could possibly throw in? And it would be like, you know, just being a dad, like just encouraging dads to be better, you know.
you can always blur out the faces too. I think that's actually a really good niche, like being a dad and also like teaching special effects at the same time. Be very interesting.
Hey, my name is Mike Kim. Kevin just spoke at my event. He absolutely killed it. His content was engaging, insightful, actionable, and he's freaking hilarious. Our people are still raving about him. If you're hosting an event, a conference, bring him in. You will not be disappointed.
Thank you. What's up, Mike? ABGs. Okay, future Kevin here. Yeah, I'm like literally not wearing underwear right now. But anyways, what was really cool about the talk was like, I got to test out like, it's kind of like, it feels like stand-up comedy sometimes. I get to test out what hit and what didn't hit. And I had so many people come up to me. I connected with the operator for Tiny Habits, BJ Fogg's team. I got to connect with like some doctor people. I got to connect with like, he wasn't at the event, but like Russell Brunson's, one of Russell Brunson's top affiliates and stuff too. So there's a lot of cool people, and like I really see this huge creator economy, especially for boomers, because they don't really know what's going on. I'm technically like unk, I guess, in the eyes of like the younger people. What was crazy after this event, Mike, he told people about my talk and how it kind of blew his mind, and he ended up joining my mastermind. And then I started getting more and more talks. Like I got invited for another talk on 2 different other masterminds. And like right now, as we're speaking, I like literally finished my full like free YouTube course thing as well. So it's really, really crazy. And it all started from this talk, which was inspired by another talk that I kind of freestyled a long time ago. I might be speaking at the Tiny Habits event too. So I don't know, man. It's just like a lot of crazy things happening just because of this one event. Well, that is the day of life, or my POV on like what it's like being in the youngest in the room. The main takeaway I really got is like, dude, older people, they know they're like, they got like a lot of different connections and stuff, you know? And something I appreciate about older people versus like the younger, like when you're younger, like you're more focused on business development and how do I grow? How do I prove myself? But these older people,
and it's more aligned with my values personally. It's like, how can we help others? How can we help our inner community? How can we leave a legacy? And it's a lot more go-giving, which I really appreciate a lot more. By the way, I'm really curious, what else would you like me to vlog about if I did more of these vlogs? And here is another video that the algo thinks you might like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.